makes my life worth living, is to be able to share with you something that I love so much, is music. Thank you. I'm going to do a song now. It's sort of like a welcome song. A song that I wrote when I first came into this teaching, Southern Homes teaching. And it's sort of, the song says so much. So if you listen to the words of this song, it's going to tell you what we're all about here, all right? No matter where you come from, no matter where you're going, here's a place where you can take comfort in the knowing that whether if you come to stay a while or just passing through, this door is open to you. Come and let's be silent. Come and share a hug. Come, let's pray together. Come love and be loved. From the blissed out to the turned out, from the pampered to the abused, this door is open to you. Come on in. Come on in. The God in us recognizes the God in you. Whether you're black or white, gay or straight, Christian, Buddhist, or Jew, this door is open to you. If there's some kind of trouble or pain you're going through, know that you are not alone, and someone cares for you as an individualization of divine point of view. This door, oh, this door right here is open for you. Oh, this door, I'm talking about this door. I said this door is open to you. Come on in. Come on in. The God in us recognizes the God in you. Whether you're black or white, gay or straight, Christian, Buddhist, or Jew, this door is open to you. All right. As I said, the song says it all. This door is open to you, no matter where you come from and no matter where you're going. And we're so fortunate here because we have a spiritual leader here that my grandmother would say he is anointed. Yes, because every single Sunday, I get to play and support this man, and his message is always so clear and so beautiful and so on point. It's just wonderful. We are all so blessed to be here at in this moment. In this moment, in this place, I remember who I am. I let go of fear and worry. I open my eyes to see. If you know the words to this song, sing it with me. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain. We all have sorrow, but if we are wise, I think you know the words to this, don't you? Always tomorrow. You know the words? Okay, so why don't we do it like this? Just clap your hands right here and sing it with me. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. For it won't be long, I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. You just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. You don't need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'll understand. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long. I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. All you have to do is, oh, I like it. Ooh, you sound so good. And I just to lean on. Oh, you guys are feeling the spirit this morning. Right now, my brothers and sisters, I would like to bring forth front and center our spiritual leader, the Reverend Dr. Ken Wilcox.
Everyone, welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living in St. Augustine, Florida. We're grateful that you're here this morning. You know, all life asks, the only thing it asks from us is that we show up. And when we show up in the fullness of our hearts and souls, Spirit can rain down blessings upon us, because that's what Spirit is wanting to do through you and through me. It wants to show up and so that we can experience all the love and the blessings that it had in mind when it called us from stardust. So we're in a great place this morning. And all you have to do is to leave all your troubles, your would-haves, your could-haves, your should-haves, to leave all that stuff outside. And for the next 45 minutes or so, maybe longer if Eddie or I get on a roll, open up for yourself an avenue of spirit possibilities in your life. And what are spirit possibilities? Whether for more love, more joy, more happiness, more friendship, more dance, more music, more laughter, all those things in life that make you feel alive, because that's what God is doing through you and through me, showing up in the physical, recognizing itself through our love and joy and laughter. So know you're in a great place this morning, and Spirit is going to recognize and reward you abundantly. All right, Eddie, you have some wonderful music you can bless us with.
I do. Now, if you feel like standing, I invite you to stand up for this next song, because this is one that I want you to clap your hands. And if you're familiar with this song, sing along, because it's called We Come Together. Woo! I'll help you out right here. There we go. All right. Take a look at the person next to you. Say, I recognize the God in you. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love. Woo! They're getting better and better every week, huh, kid? Woo! Take a look at the person next to you. Say, God loves you and I love you too. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. Oh, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, from every walk of life, every creed and color, in kinship we unite. In honor of the God in each other. Oh, take a look at the person next to you. Say, namaste, I bow to you. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together in the name of love. Oh, we come together. We come together. We come together in the name of love. We come together. We come together. We come together in the name of love. All right.
Eddie Watkins Jr., everybody. So one of the things that we come together to do is to make the world a better place. That's what we're doing. This past week, I mailed a check off to a young woman who has 4 kids. She's just gotten out of the shelter for families fleeing violence. And she's wanting to get back into nursing school. So our Elizabeth Clare Fund, we sent her some money to get her back into nursing school. Now, Now, it's not all the money she's going to need, but it may be just enough money to keep her going. It may be just enough money to get her through the next quarter. It may be just enough money for her to put a little extra energy into her studies or to check out other opportunities. It's the good that we can do. And that's all the Spirit asked of you. That's all that God asked of you, is to come and to do the good that's right in front of you, the good you can do to make the world a better place for your having been in it. Now, this morning also, we have a wonderful, really delightful thing this morning. We're welcoming one of our winners of our Venus Manley Scholarship Program. This is a program that we help young people who have had some challenges go on who seek greater education. And this morning, we have got a delightful young man with us, and I'm going to have Dr. Tangela Manley come up and give you a little bit more information about it. Come on up, Dr. Manley.
Thank you, Reverend Dr. Ken. Well, thank you all. Wow, it's great to see you all. And thank you for coming today, especially because we have our last recipient for 2021 that we're awarding the scholarship. And as you all know, Venus was my daughter who had cerebral palsy, and she was just a delightful person. And she just gave joy to all of us. So we want to share that joy. We want to also help the young kids who also have challenges in their education. So we have with us today Andrew Ferris, who is a high school graduate from Creekside High School, and he is just a wonderful young man. So Andrew, please come forward. Okay. So we are going to we're going to award you today a check for $1,000 and a goodie bag as well, just to congratulate you for your great work. And we want to make sure you're moving forward in life. So we want to also make sure that you're aware of our, what is it called? The Caring Community Connection that we do to help you guys as an ongoing effort, okay? Here you are. So I want to allow you the opportunity to tell us a little bit about yourself and tell us where you're going to be going and what you're going to do in your college education.
Give me some. I'll hold it for you. Sure. You're going to be able to see that from there? You want me to hold it for you, Andrew?
Can I see that? Yeah.
20-year-old eyes.
All right. So as Miss Manley said, my name is Andrew Ferris, and I will be attending Guilford College in the fall. I'm very thankful for this scholarship because ever since I was a really little kid, I dreamed of running my own business, and getting a degree in business is going to allow me to do that. While I'm at Guilford, I'm going to be competing on the men's tennis team. Thank you very much for offering me this scholarship, as it really means a lot to me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Goodie,
So
sir.
would you allow us to take a photo with us with your certificate as well? Okay, I'll take that for you. Let me pull that for you. Okay.
Okay. Ed, can you get Victor in?
Yes, okay. Well, I'll have to exchange places with him.
Okay.
He's leading our list.
So, Andrew, I always tell people when they show up here, I always remind people in our congregation that one of my favorite aunts when I was going through college many years ago, that is, we got family reunions and stuff. She would always sneak up to me and slip me an extra 5 or 10. And that meant a lot more back then. But that's what I always encourage everybody to do here. If you get to know Andrew, it's okay to slip him a little extra money, because you always need a little extra money going off to college. Now, you know how I'm kind of about with offerings. I don't like to pressure anybody, but when it comes to this, helping these young people, I'm more like Reverend Ike. I don't want to hear any jingling and jangling of coins going in his pocket. You know, we're nowhere close to Christmas, so I don't want any sleigh bells ringing. I want some quiet folding money. And also this week, now we got popsicles and ice creams outside you have, so you can have a popsicle and get to know Andrew. But also, we already have a previous winner of the Venus Manley Scholarship, and that is our only wonderful Victor Manley. Victor has been working all summer long with his mom, all summer long, and he's been doing a great job. He's headed off next week, so we want to make sure, you know, and Victor is a fashion statement. It takes money to look this good. So we want to make sure he's going off with some new clothes so he can impress everybody. This is his senior year, and you know, you got to go looking good for your senior year. So Victor, this is from the center. Also, if you want to slip Victor a little bit extra. Thanks. You want to share something with us, Victor? Oh, you're a Manley. You can always talk.
Yeah, so this whole summer has been a busy one, to say the least. I took my medical college admission test last Friday, and I expect the results by the end of the month. So fingers crossed. I'm kind of nervous, but yeah, a lot of work went into it, but it also paid off. And I take my final for another class I'm taking this Tuesday. So after that, and then I leave next Sunday. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and hoping to matriculate into medical school after this year.
All right.
So, yeah.
All right.
Thank you, Victor. All right. So now we want to get all this wonderful good feeling going in our lives. We want to drink in all this wonderful feeling you felt from these two young men, drink it into your being, and then project that into the universe through affirmative prayer. And to do that, we've got our own wonderful friend, David Hoke. David, come on up and do a treatment for us.
and I can feel this in, and am excited. We are holding on to the spirit in this center and are getting through what is proving to be an interesting time here. And I know we're going to grow back into this community in a bigger, better, more impressive way in the future. So I'd invite you to join me in an affirmative prayer this morning. And know with me that there is one spirit. And I am part of that spirit and am in that flow. I'm in the flow of the meditation that we had this morning, the energy of the music that's been performed for us this morning and that we participated in, and that we are here to hear Ken's message and to know that there is a positive, affirming, supportive spirit out here that's moving us ahead. There's always, from the position that we're in, a better place we can move to and things that we can do to take those next steps into that brighter future. And I know that this is so. I'm going to launch this message into spirit and encourage you to do that with me by saying, and so it is.
Well, all this giving going on really feels good, doesn't it? I'm going to share something with you right now, something that occasionally it brings tears to my eyes because my background is Southern Baptist. I was baptized at a young age in New Harmony Baptist Church in Detroit, Michigan, right? So, and what we did in New Harmony Baptist Church is like, no matter what our life was looking like, because I grew up in Black Bottom, I grew up in the ghetto, right? This was not Grosse Pointe. But we were always grateful because we had faith and we knew that all of our needs were met. Now, this young man is going off to college, and this young man is just, his needs are being met right now because of our community. So I want to do a song that just reinforces what we believe. And it goes like this. All our needs are met. All our needs are met. All our needs are met. Are met. All our needs are met. All our needs are, just like that. I forget that all my needs are met. And now and then I fall asleep thinking things I don't believe until I wake up in gratefulness, counting all the ways I'm blessed. Oh, that all my needs are met. There were times I recall when I couldn't see the light of day, but somehow sweet spirit made a way out of no way. And that is why I testify, no matter how dark it gets, because all our needs are met. I could not have come this far without the everlasting arms, my shelter from the cold. I'm so grateful that I know, 'cause there were times when I thought I couldn't make it through another day, but somehow sweet spirit made a way out of no. All dark you get, all our needs are met. I could not have far without the everlasting arms, my shelter from the cold.
I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Do you hear me this morning? I'm so grateful that I know, 'cause there were times when I thought I couldn't make it through another day. But somehow, sweet spirit made a way out of no way. And that is why I testify. No matter how dark it gets, no matter how dark it gets, don't you know that all our needs are made. All our needs are met. Amen.
Thank you, Eddie.
Amen.
All our needs are met. It's good to remind ourselves as we're going through this challenging time. As I was sitting there listening to Eddie, I just had that wonderful picture of thinking what it was going to be like. And it's going to happen someday where we have our choir back. We have 25 people back there singing with him. Aren't we really going to rock this place when that happens? That's going to happen. We're going to get there. We're moving towards it. You got to keep that belief alive for yourself. And not just for yourself at this center, but for our nation and the world. We're going to get back to a brighter, better day. But you got to hold on to that faith. This morning, I'm continuing going through our textbooks, the Science of Mind textbook by Dr. Ernest Holmes. And this chapter is on immortality. Immortality. And he says that one of the best things he says about immortality is we're already in it. You don't die and start your immortal life. You're already living your immortal life right here, right now. Now, Dr. Holmes says that when we do cross over, the first thing that's going to happen is we're going to feel more alive. We actually feel more alive in spirit than we do walking the earthly plane. That is because to take on this cloak of dust we wear, our bodies, we have to lower our vibration down. So when you leave this cloak of dust, you're going to feel more alive. You're going to feel more free. You're going to be free of aches and pains, and you'll be able to travel anywhere in the universe in a blink of a mind's eye. We also have the opportunity to drop all the baggage we've collected through the lifetime. We have the opportunity, as in a computer, to go back to our original factory settings. Yeah. All the hurts and the resentments that we've collected. Now, by the way, nobody's stopping us from doing that here and now. We can already do it now. And here's the interesting thing. If we do it while we are alive, it's more challenging, but we will reap greater rewards when we cross over to the Spirit. We will be able to access greater vibration. Now, Dr. Holmes said about as we cross over into Spirit, he says, we're just going to keep on keeping on. He says, we're going to have our same personalities. We'll keep our same history. We will remember people. It's going to be just a continuation of the life we've already had. We're just going to be free of this cloak of dust we wear. Now, I've always been struck by the wisdom that's in the Tibetan Book of the Dead and Living. I think it's a fascinating text. I've studied it some, but not really very much. And it's a really interesting text. It starts off what happens as a guide to the afterlife. And when you die in Tibetan, in this tradition, the moment your last breath leaves you, they call the priest, and the priest comes and he starts reading to your body this journey that you are on. And the first thing the priest will do when he gets there with you, he will look at you and he will say, "You're dead. You're dead. So let's begin this journey." It takes, and now the first thing you will be able to do is if you're up to the task, you can dissolve into the no thingness, which is spirit. Most of us won't be able to do that. Most of us will still have something of personality and ego that we will catch us, and we will be back into the recycle of life. The Hindus or the Buddhists, Tibetans, they say it takes about 40 days. About 40 days you'll go through this cycle, and you will meet wrathful demons. And that's what you have outside of their temples, but you shouldn't be afraid of them. They're just your fears and your anger just blown up. And they're just smoke screens. They look frightful, but they're just smoke screens. They're nothing to fear. For I have this deep fear within my soul that mine's going to be Colonel Sanders with a bucket of chicken. It's just a fear you've inflated, and you can move through it. And first of all, remember you're loved. That's all you have to do. Remember you're loved. You don't have to face any of these fears. They have no power. Now, as you go through this journey, by the 40 days, you will be back, getting ready to reincarnate, and you will pick your own parents. You'll find the parents you have that you want to have. Now, we stay in spirit before we incarnate, and we are given the opportunity. We can move on back to earth, the plane, or we can move on to other forms of existence. Dr. Holmes says there were many levels of consciousness that we can move on to. If you've had a lot of anger and resentment in your life, when you cross over to spirit, you will soon be back in the physical form, because in spirit, there's no anger or resentment to you to attach to and draw energy from. So you won't be able to stay in spirit long. The intuition I got is almost like a water slide. You'll be back in the physical because there's nothing you can attach to. Now, if you have a heart of love, you will have a home in the eternal heart of God. There you will be able to stay for as long as you want. We will meet old family and friends. We will be given the opportunity to review our lives and to learn from them. And don't worry about that. You probably have done a lot better than you think you've done. We will move on. There will be things for us to do. We will learn more, and we will create. We will learn how better to work with the divine law. Now, my teacher, Kennedy Holmes, he was pretty adamant. He said there was no way he was going to reincarnate back to earth. He said, no way. He said, what, come back here to have your heart broken for the first time, or to have your tonsils taken out? And even Ernest Holmes had something very interesting to say. He said that with all the universe out there, why would we come back here? Wouldn't we want to explore some other possibilities? Now, I think what happens is we dwell in the heart of God, and we begin to marvel at the love we did experience here in the physical realm. We marvel at it. We hold close to it. And the memories of our pain, those lessen. It reminds me of when my niece, when she was an adult, she is an adult still, but she would visit me from her European home when her husband was in the military. So she'd come back every summer and stayed with me the whole summer. At the end of the summer, she'd always want to go to a Braves baseball game. And of course, I would all be excited with her to want to go with her and her friends. And I did this for many years. And the moment I would get stuck in that traffic, headed to that stadium, I would think to myself, why have you done this again? To pay, $75 for parking, walk 3 blocks in Atlanta heat, pay $25 for something to drink. And I was like, why would you want to do this? And then, of course, what would happen the next year? Oh, take me back to the ball game. Yeah. And I think that's what happens in spirit. We let go of the things, the hard memories, and we hold to the blessings of love. I think in spirit, we're given the opportunities to go to places not as hard as earth. This is a hard learning place. This is not easy. I know some people in my teaching would have you to believe, life is cotton cane and unicorns running out there. But this is a tough place to be into. I think we are given opportunities to go to places that are not so challenging, but we don't learn as much. And it's the learning that we really want to do. So why do we pick life paths that are so difficult? Why would we do that? Well, I think it's because when we're in spirit, we're so enraptured by the love we have for spirit that we want to take on challenges to prove our love. So we pick these. We pick challenges, but it's important to remember you're not alone. It's also important to remember that spirit is grateful that you're on this journey. Spirit is grateful you've picked these challenges, and spirit is supporting you. Our challenges in life allow us to up-level our vibration in spirit. The more we learn of spirit in the physical, the greater our ability to resonate with that vibration will be in spirit. Now, Dr. Holmes says that within our bodies already is a spiritual body. And he says that we can indeed communicate with those in spirit. It's best not to. Leave them alone. Kennedy said anybody with any sense would be off doing something important and intelligent, so they wouldn't come here wanting to be bothered with us. If they're really loving to you, they're not necessarily going to want to come and to solve all your life problems for you anyway, because they're your lessons to learn. And by learning your lessons, you empower yourself. It's like the baby chick getting out of the egg. You can help the baby chick, but if you help it too much, it becomes weakened and it can't survive out of the egg. So your lessons are for you to learn. Now, they are not necessarily some good entities in spirit. They're mainly humans who didn't seek the light in their lives, and so when they've crossed over, they don't even recognize the light. Don't mess with them. They don't have very much power. They're nothing to be afraid of, but don't mess with them. They will find their way to God at some point. We all are going to get there. No, not one of us is going to be missing. If we've lived in accordance with the law of harmony, we're going to continue on wherever we go. And we're going to continue to reap our connections with spirit. If we've lived in any other way, well, we're going to continue to live that way until we become more intelligent, till we get a better idea about ourselves, so we don't have to do that. When we came into life, we were surrounded by people who loved us, who adored us. And when we cross over in spirit, we're going to be surrounded by people who love and care for us and will help nurture us. And so we can get to a place of where we know where we are and we're comfortable where we are. And then, like I said, we will go on and we will have assignments. We'll learn things. We'll have opportunities so that we can better learn how to work with divine law. Dr. Holmes says, nature will not allow us to stay in one place too long. She will allow us to stay there long enough so we can learn our life lessons, but not so long as we become rigid and inflexible. Then nature will move us along. Nature demands we change because we can become more than what we are. And Dr. Holmes says when we do have changes, we should greet them with a smile on our face and a song in our hearts. Well, isn't that just fine for Dr. Holmes? I can tell you right now, when I hear the daily ups of COVID patients in Flagler Hospital over there, I don't necessarily have a smile on my face. Even if I had one, you wouldn't be able to see it with the mask I'm having to wear. Last week, there was one day I got so down, I started having to sing Christmas carols to lift my mood. Sometimes we have to cling on to what we can to raise ourselves up. Dr. Holmes says life is either a blessing or it is a curse to the use we make of it. He said in the long run, no one judges us but ourselves. No one condemns us but ourselves. If we make mistakes, we suffer. We are our own reward and our own punishment. Some are happy and others are unhappy, according to the way they contact life. No one gives to us but ourselves. And this is probably the most important line he ever said in the whole textbook. We need not fear God or the devil, for there is no devil, and God is only love. We are born of eternal day, and the spirit soul shall never set upon the glory of the soul, for it is the coming forth of God into self-expression. Life is good. God is good. No one need prepare to meet God. We're meeting God every day in the rising sun. We meet God in the flowing stream, the budding rose, the joy of friendship, the love we experience with family, the silence of the soul. We meet God. He said, just as the eagle free from its cage will soar to its native heights, so will the soul free from this home of flesh rise and return unto the home of the love that it has felt from family and friends and spirit, unburdened and unafraid. We should not prepare to die. Let us prepare to live, to live. And so this morning we want to know, what is it that God wants to live by means of us? What of good wants to show up by means of you? What goodness can you manifest in your life for yourself and those around us, so that the glory and goodness of Spirit can rain down upon you, so your heart and soul can be a light of God's love here, now, in this lifetime where we are? Because, dear friends, we're needed. We're going through a tough time. The night has been dark, but there's a new dawn breaking, and that new dawn is going to come from our love. It's going to come from our prayers. It's going to come from people knowing how valuable they are in our lives. Do not give in to despair. Do not be dismayed by the trouble you see around you. You are the child of the Most High. You've been called by name from stardust to be exactly where you are this morning. You're needed. You're necessary, and we're going to make it through, one prayer at a time, one heart at a time, and one soul at a time, and no, not one of us will be missing. It's the truth in your life this morning. It's the truth in mine, and so it is. Thank you. Thank you.
Flow, Spirit, flow through me as I open up to be an expression of your unfolding peace. Show, Spirit, show through me as I open up to be an expression of your unfolding love. Flow, Spirit, flow through me as I open up to be an expression of your unfolding peace. Show, Spirit, show through me as I open up to be an expression of your unfolding love. Every hand I shake, every embrace, every thought I think. Oh yeah, Spirit flow through me. Every word I say, every night and day. I wanna be an expression of your unfolding love. Every decision through the confusion, flow through me, Mother, Father, God, as I open up to let your Spirit lead the way. Oh, I'm not worried, 'cause I know that as I believe, so it is. And when I wake up in the morning, and when I put on my clothes to go about my day, let me touch somebody, let me love somebody, let me help somebody flow through me. Oh, flow, Spirit, flow through me as I open up to be an expression of your unfolding peace. Show, Spirit, show through me as I open up to be an expression of your unfolding love.
Thank you, Eddie. So a wonderful way that you can allow Spirit to flow through you, of course, is by helping those around you and by helping our center. Our center needs your help if we're going to continue doing the great mission that we're on. We've so far been doing a great job, but we certainly can continue using your support. You have two ways you can support us: by consciousness and coin. Consciousness is doing prayer work and seeing the center growing and thriving, seeing the great good that we're doing already expand and grow. So during this coming week, take some time and do some prayer work for Victor and Andrew. See them off to college and doing great stuff, passing their courses, becoming the wonderful young men that we envision them to be. See the lady that we're sending the money to go off to her nursing school and do great good. And of course, if you're here today and you want to support us in coin, we are grateful for that. If you will, either way, place your hand over your heart and read with me our affirmation of prosperity. I live in a universe of abundance. As I freely and joyfully give, I join in the divine flow, and all that I share with life returns to me multiplied abundantly. And together we say, and so it is.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
Thank you, Eddie. Now, as we prepare to leave our sacred space this morning, I'm going to do a closing prayer. Take it in for yourself. If I say something that works for you, hold tight to that. If I say something that doesn't work for you, just let that part slide by. But just know this truth with me today. There is but one God and one mind and one power. That power is perfect love. It's divine intelligence. And that power is flowing through my consciousness right now. And I have the wonderful privilege of directing that power and that energy in any way I choose. So here and now in this sacred space, surrounded by all these wonderful loving souls, I choose to know something better for myself. I choose to see myself as God sees me, not as weak and wounded, but bold and dynamic, able to move out into life and to bring great goodness to the world by means of me. So here today, I know I am blessed. Here today, I know that God's goodness is blooming all around me. So in this place of power, I now choose to see life working out. I'm grateful for all the doctors and nurses and technicians that are helping those who are suffering from COVID. I'm grateful for all the people who are doing the work to keep our nation flowing. I know that even though we might be in what appears to be a dark night, a brighter day is dawning. And that brighter day comes with love and compassion when we will link arms and know each other in the sisterhood and brotherhood of God. Here today, I'm standing tall in my power. Here today, I'm moving out, and I know that I have come to life to experience all the love and joy, happiness and prosperity that God had in mind when it called me by name. So this morning, I leave this place empowered. This morning, I leave this place encouraged. I have lifted my eyes up, and I see the strength rolling down the mountainside. So this morning, I'm moving out courageous. This morning, I'm moving out with courage and conviction. God has called me, and this morning I am saying yes to it. It's my truth. I celebrate it. I rejoice in this right knowing, and I release this prayer into the mind of God to do its good and perfect, bold and dynamic work, returning to me multiplied abundantly. And together we say, and so it is. All right, my friends, I'm going to leave you with one last thought. Your life, it's not a problem to be solved. It's a miracle unfolding. Your job this week is to go name your miracle, proclaim your miracle, and to make it your own. Now let us go be the miracle God has called us to be. This is Reverend Ken. Until we see each other again, many blessings.
Please join me for the closing song. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with our family in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. God bless. Namaste.
Oh, good to see you too. All right. Hello. Mhm. Oh, thank you. Thank you. If I look at my hands, I'd mess up. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Eddie, yes.
We had to follow you all the way from Palm Desert, California.
Oh, no.
Last time we saw you was at Spiritual Living Palm Desert.
Oh, my goodness. Was that Joe Hooper?
Huh?
Joe Hooper?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's retired now.
I know. Yeah. And Trey just retired too from the airlines. Yeah.
So we moved here in November.
Uh huh.
I was shocked to see you singing here today.
Wow.
This is the first time we've been to the center.
Oh, that's awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Good to see you again.